YAHWEH. At this time, I ask that we all stand as we go on to prayer. YAHWEH, we told you for another day. YAHWEH, we told you for the breath of life that you will put into our vessel. YAHWEH, continue to look at our vessels, this flesh. YAHWEH, continue to strengthen our vessels. YAHWEH, continue to lead us and guide us in the straight and narrow path that leads to salvation. YAHWEH, continue to be in your people's minds and prepare their souls. YAHWEH, have it in their minds to prepare their souls for you and your son, Yahshua HaMashiach. And YAHWEH, in these last days, have us not to be embarrassed this way of life. YAHWEH, have us not to be ashamed or be afraid, fearful, YAHWEH, but have us to be strong, stand tall in your name's sake, and to stand tall knowing that we are your people. And YAHWEH, give your people that courage that they need in these last days to continue to walk this straight and narrow path that leads to salvation. YAHWEH, continue to lighten the path for us, even if the days, even if the world seems like it's dark. YAHWEH, continue to lighten our path so we know that if we continue to walk in this path to the end of our days, we will see life again. YAHWEH, continue to be with us, strengthen the children, be with your children in these last days and be in their minds and show them that you are with them and there's nothing to be embarrassed about or afraid of walking in this way of life, to rely solely on you, because we all know that you will be there for us. You will not forsake us as long as we are sincere and wholehearted in following your ways. YAHWEH, we pray that you give the wicked their due reward, that reward that they well deserve, all the things that they have done in this earth, taking peace away from this earth, wanting to have war in this earth. YAHWEH, give them the exact things that they dish out to your people and to the world. YAHWEH, show them that their deeds will not succeed in this lifetime and that they will be a judgment on their heads. All the things that they have done to your people and to you, YAHWEH. And continue to show us, be in our minds, and show us that we have something beautiful waiting for us as long as we continue this way of life. Nothing but shalom waiting for us in this earth as long as we continue in that straight and narrow and continue to show us all the wonderful ways, all the works, all the things that you have waiting for us. So it will give us the energy, the strength to continue in this way and not fall, but continue in this way knowing that we have salvation waiting for us. In Yahshua HaMashiach's name we pray. Hallelujah. House of Israel, you may be seated. I say Shabbat Shalom once again. It's another Tov Shabbat YAHWEH has placed in front of us. And I say Shabbat Shalom, all that are tuning in on the live stream. Yah willing, to this night, you all will enjoy this message because it is something that if you following Almighty YAHWEH and striving to do His will, this is something that everyone should be wanting to seek. And what I'm talking about, the title of this message, Peace in the Land, where we all should be striving for just to have peace among us. Even in these days, as we work during the days, you want that peace from that world. And YAHWEH is giving you even a day of rest to be away from the world. See that if you want peace, YAHWEH is giving you a day of rest. And that peace will come on His Shabbat because he says, get your mind off of the world, get your mind off of working, everything, and focus on him. Worship Almighty Yahweh. That right there, you should want the Shabbat to come around. You should want to be at his Shabbat worshiping him, because you are with like-minded people that are striving for the same thing you are. And shouldn't be no fighting, shouldn't be no arguments. We should be striving for the same thing. So it should be shalom amongst his people. So like I said, we should want to do Yahweh's will. Because when we do Yahweh's will, he even said, when a man's ways are pleasing with Almighty Yahweh, he said he will make even his enemies at peace with him. That's serious. You got enemies out here all around that hate Yahweh and hate his people. You probably work with people that just hate you. Just look at you and with disdain like you did something to them. But I'll be Yahweh. If you are pleasing in front of Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh can make them not come at you. I've seen it in my life. Had people that were over me and just were not people. They just always used to look down on people, always coming at people strict. But I seen how Yahweh humbles people, and then they turn around and they nice to you. They change what they were. Don't and I'm not saying, all right, let your guard down and say, okay, yeah, they nice now. No, because you know what they were before. But with Almighty Yahweh, he can make them honor you, even though they used to do this and that to you. That's the power of Almighty Yahweh. Serving him should be a great delight, because he can do a lot of things for us in this lifetime. I'm not even talking about what's to come. But in this lifetime, all the turmoil, chaos that's in the world, Yahweh can do a lot of things in your life where you can see and look up. Wow, that wasn't nothing but Yahweh. He did that. It's because you honor him. You do the things that he commands. And Yahweh can bring peace in your household, in your vicinity. Like I said, but I want to talk about the shalom or peace that is to come. And we all should be striving for that. But we have to get rid of those that don't want peace in this earth. Because, you're amongst people in this earth that they don't want no peace at all. Or they want war. They want to destroy the earth. And even Shaitan, the main one, Shaitan, he don't want any peace. When you striving and doing Yahweh's will and try to follow this way of life the best you can and leaving everybody out of it, the world, you doing the best you can. Shaitan always gonna come in your area and try to disturb things. And that's why Yahweh is gonna get back. And I'm gonna show you how he's gonna get back at the world. He's gonna get back at Shaitan, and he's gonna bring peace back to this earth. And we all should be waiting for that. I say I'm waiting for that, because I look forward to a day where there's no more war, no more disease, no more viruses, no more hurt, pain. That's the day I'm waiting for. And the only way we can make it to see that day is to do what Yahweh commands, follow his will, and follow in the footsteps of his son, Yahshua HaMashiach. But let's go into this message this evening. And I want to start off in the book of Leviticus. This is Leviticus chapter 26. starting at verse 3. This is beautiful because he lays out what he will do for his people as long as they walk in his ways. See, this ain't just something, okay, this is for the future. This is for in his kingdom. No, Yahweh can bring these things to you in this lifetime also. But it says, if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and perform them, then I will give you rain in this season. The land shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. If we fast forward in the future, I'm going to show you how the trees are going to be glad. All the things in this earth are going to be glad when everything is restored back to the way it's supposed to be. Like I said, everything in this earth should be waiting for that peace back on this earth, except those, Shaitan, and those that are following him. But it says, your threshing shall last to the time of vintage, and the vintage shall last to the time of sowing. You shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. Yahweh can have you where you at, in your vicinity, in your household. He can have shalom around your area. Where you see outside, man, it's total chaos. But that's why I like after I get off of work. Sorry, Israel, I just want testimony. When I get off of work, it is so pleasing to be able to come to my house, to my family, and to be able to dwell in there in shalom. There's so much peace. Whereas when you go out to work, you got to deal with all these different things all over. Deal with different people, deal with the world and what they're doing. It's so much chaos going on. So you dealing with all that in the world should be pleasing when you come to your home, your house, your family, and to be able to relax in Almighty Yahweh and to just reflect on him. All the things that he has done for you throughout the day, throughout your life. That right there, that is total shalom. He says, I will give peace in the land, and you shall lie down, and none will make you afraid. You waiting for that, Israel? A day where you can just lie anywhere. You can have your doors open. You can do anything out in the world and don't have to worry about anyone coming at you. Evil, wickedness. It's just relaxing, doing whatever you want to do in Almighty Yahweh and just not worrying anymore. And I will rid the land of evil beasts. I'm talking about that also. Hell, Yahweh will take away that ferocious nature of the beast. That's serious. And then it's funny because Yahweh gets back at people because the beasts right now, yeah, they have a ferocious nature. But then you got these people out here that always want to mess with all these animals, always want to provoke animals. And it's always funny when the animal get back at these people because they messing with them. And you can't blame the animal. You in his territory, you messing with him, you got him caged up. And if he come at you, that's on you. Because you want to continue to mess with him. What do you expect? But there's going to be a day where Yahweh take away that ferocious nature from the beast. And the sword will not go through your land. No more killing, no more dying, no more shootings, stabbings. All that's going to cease. But you got people out here, that's all they want to do is have war. They make weapons, mass destruction. I want to show you later. They can make all they want in this earth. But Abba Yahweh has something far greater that will destroy them off the face of the earth. That's why I say you want to be on his side. Because no matter what they have, nuclear bombs, whatever they have, it's not going to come up against Almighty Yahweh. And with Yahweh, he can use those things towards you. Okay, you want to use the nuclear bombs and all to try to destroy people? He can turn that back around on them. Because that's basically what they asked for. They like war, so that's what Yahweh's going to give them. He's going to give them war. And they're going to wish they never went against Almighty Yahweh. But by then, it's too late. That's what I like about Almighty Yahweh. The element of surprise with those that don't know him. See, those that know him, it ain't a surprise. We know Yahweh has all power. We know Yahweh, we don't want to get on his bad side. But those that don't know him, they don't know. They don't know his true power yet. But just wait. Just wait in this earth, and the element of surprise, they will be destroyed off the face of this earth. It says, you will chase your enemies, and they shall fall by the sword before you. 5 of you shall chase 100. That's serious. 5 people chasing away 100. That is the power of Almighty Yahweh. Don't even look at that like, yeah, I got all this strength and might. I can do that. No, that's from Almighty Yahweh. He gives you the power. And 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. That's serious. But that's what you get for rolling with Almighty Yahweh. Your enemies shall fall by the sword before you. For I will look on you favorably, and you make you fruitful, multiply you, and confirm my covenant with you. You shall eat the old harvest and clear out the old because of the new. That's why I said Yahweh, nothing in this earth you should look at that is going to overtake what Yahweh is going to give you. This stuff on this earth is going to perish. What Yahweh has, it's going to last forever and ever. Why we keep looking to the world and keep wanting all these things of the earth? We sell our souls for the world to get money from the world. That money is going to burn. The money isn't going to be obsolete. But what Yahweh has for you, that's what you want, because that's going to last forever and ever. And he talking like even that food is just going to keep lasting and lasting and lasting. You eating the old stuff, and then the new is just coming in right behind it. So it's not going to fail. Yahweh is always going to take care of you. I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. I will walk among you and be your Elohim, and you shall be my people. And he take great delight in his people, those that do his will, those that take great delight in following him. See, he make it known they are my people. See, that's what we should be doing with Almighty Yahweh, showing the world, no, Abba Yahweh, he is our Elohim. He is the great I am. I serve him and no one else. I am Yahweh your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that you should not be their servants. I have broken the bands of your yoke and made you walk upright. Israel, like I said, when you follow Almighty Yahweh, you can walk tall and upright. And just know that you follow the great I am. Yahweh will protect you. Yahweh will see you through all trials and tribulations. You can walk. There's no reason to be depressed and walking all down and letting the world beat you up. Because if you truly know Almighty Yahweh, if, like we always say, you form a relationship with him, nothing in this world should be able to bring you down as far as that you just forget Almighty Yahweh. No. These things that we come up against, trials, tribulations, those things are strengthener, because Yahweh said he will bring you out of all of your trials. So, he's brought you up to this point right now, and to give up now, you don't want to do that. we almost at the end. And really, it ain't the end. It's the beginning of forever and ever in Yahweh's kingdom. So, Israel, you want to do his will, but this is only when you follow. He says, my commands and perform them. Do them, not talk. He wants you to follow in his ways, and Yahweh will do these things for you. And like I said, this is not just in the kingdom. Yahweh does these things for you in this lifetime also. And I know not just me, all of you that have followed Almighty Yahweh and served him sincerely, he has blessed you. He has been there for you in your lives. So there's no reason to give up on Yahweh. There's no reason to forget him. It is all reason to follow him. So after this fleshly bodies have died, we will get up again in that first resurrection to see him all in all. That's what we're waiting for, Israel, to live forever and ever. And it will be worth everything that you are striving for in this day. Let's go to Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 24. Because we got to get into not just, okay, Yahweh's giving peace to his people. They're going to be doing this in the kingdom. But before that, we got to get to what he has to do when he get rid of the enemies, the adversaries. Because he had to get rid of them before there's going to be shalom on this earth. Isaiah 1:24 says, therefore Yahweh says, Yahweh of Zabbaoth, the mighty one of Israel, I will rid myself of my adversaries and take vengeance on my enemies. See, that's coming. Those things, everything that the man is doing on this earth, like it says, destroying the earth, Yahweh will take vengeance. You don't think he's upset? You don't think he's angry? Where you're going to make Yahweh come out of the heavens to meet you face to face. You don't think he's angry? The world will soon see how angry Yahweh is. I will turn my hand against you and thoroughly purge away your dross and take away all your alloy. I will restore your judges as at the first, and your counselors as at the beginning. Afterwards, you shall be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. That's beautiful. He's going to restore everything like how it used to be. You store your judges. See, that sounds like order. Your judges, your counselors. And if you want to see order in Israel, read book Ezekiel 40 on and see how orderly he has that kingdom. How everything is perfect as far as the measurements, or how everything is weighed and measured, and all the rooms that are set up for the priest. Just read that and see how orderly Yahweh wants things. Perfection. That's why in this lifetime, you can't have any disturbances, any disruptions. Yahweh wants order in his house. See, if people want to continue to disrupt and disturb the assembly, they can't stay in it. You had to go back out into that world where there is that chaos, that disorder, where that's what you want. So you got to take that out there in the world. But in Yahweh's house, he wants order. So like what the master says, peace, shalom. So it'd be shalom in his sanctuary. And Yahweh wants order in his house, because if you continue to let sin upon sin upon sin continue to spread in his house, you will destroy it. And Yahweh will hate that. So Yahweh's ministers, messengers had to rebuke, had to tell people to straighten up. or else, even on the live stream. And I want to take this time even to say it's so beautiful to see all the people on the live stream that conversate back and forth to each other. They look out for one another. They care about one another and just wait for the Shabbat to come to hear the word of Almighty Yahweh. But you're always gonna have one that's gonna come in there and want to disrupt, disturb, want to cause confusion, and you had to get that up off of there also, because it's the same thing. Yahweh wants order. He does not want disruption, chaos. So, but that's what Yahweh is going to restore this world to. And it's going to be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. And all will come to you, Israel, and see how order is supposed to be. There's no order in this world right now, is it? No order at all. Matter of fact, this world right now is the opposite of what Yahweh commands. Everything, and you see that it's run by Shaitan. Because everything Yahweh says, commands, the world does the opposite. So you can't follow the world, like we always say. You want to follow the world and lose your soul? No, we have to follow Almighty Yahweh so we can be restored to where it was at the beginning. It says Zion should be redeemed with justice and her penitent with righteousness. The destruction of transgressors and of sinners shall be together, and those who forsake Yahweh shall be consumed. What do you think he mean by consumed? You think he just, okay, I'm just put you over here in a little bubble and so you can be away from the people? No, consumed by that fire. Yahweh is not playing. And with Yahweh can say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna burn you in that lake of fire, and then that's it. You burn, you gone. But with Yahweh, no, all the harm, hurt that you have caused in this earth, Yahweh says, no, you want to be in that lake of fire, and you're gonna burn forever and ever, because you're gonna feel the pain and suffering that you have done to His people, and that's only right. Yahweh is all fair; He's all justice. Yahweh ain't gonna let nothing go in this earth. Best believe. See, man think, okay, Yahweh don't see nothing. Yahweh gonna let me get away with this. But like I said, the element of surprise. He gonna come at you and you think Yahweh, you gonna take him down. And that's why I said you got people out here that are following their father, Shaitan. Because Shaitan mind is gone also. But it says, for they should be ashamed of the terebinth trees, which you have desired, and you should be embarrassed because of the gardens which you have chosen. See, we transgress Almighty Yahweh. That garden that Father Don, Mother Hawa was in was just perfect. I mean, you didn't want anything else. You had what you needed there. But Yahweh says, okay, do not touch this tree. You got everything else, but don't do. It's just like you tell a child. I can use myself for example. One day, take him outside. All right, I'm gonna bring him outside in my garden to show him different things. And I notice there's mud over by the fence. So I'm like, okay, stay here. Don't get in that mud. Don't jump in the mud. I don't want you to get dirty. Tell him this. Okay, a couple minutes later, I hear this jumping. I look over, mud flying everywhere. See? And that's how we do Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh gives us commands. He tells us what to do, and then we go around and do it anyway to test him. Yahweh hates that. We can't test Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh can test us to see if we are real or not, but we can't flip the script and say, oh, I'm going to test Almighty Yahweh. I'm going to see what He's going to do. You don't want to, Israel. You should, all the trials and tribulations that you've been throughout your life, you should not want to test Almighty Yahweh, because those things do not feel good at all. But When Yahweh brings you out of the thing, see, this is what we do. We get in the trial. We come to Yahweh. Yahweh, please bring me out of this. Please, I do this for you. I follow you. As soon as he bring you out, you go right back cutting up again, doing what you want to do. And Yahweh is not like that. See, if we continue to deliberately sin, Yahweh is going to take his hands off of you. And you don't want Yahweh to take his hand off of you. So once we know we done something wrong, like King Dawid, we want to repent and be very sorrowful and not go back to it. Now it says, for you should be as a terebinth who leaves faith, and as a garden that has no water. See, I can attest to this. I have a garden, vegetables and all, and when it doesn't get the water that it needs, it withers and dies away. So just imagine you living in this lifetime and you don't have Yahweh. You reject Yahweh. You're going to wither and die away. Because plain and simple, we need Almighty Yahweh. And in these last days, he's going to show you how much you need him. And we need him. And he knows that the beautiful thing is he knows that this is flesh. The flesh is weak. And the beautiful thing that he has done for all of us, he gave us that Ruach HaKodesh because he knows the flesh is weak. So he says, take this Ruach HaKodesh. He wants to dwell in your vessels, Israel, and let him guide you. The flesh is weak, but the Ruach is willing, it says. And that says the strong shall be as a tinder, and the work of it as a spark. So it works, you can light that match and just burn everything. See, that's why we got to watch what we do in this lifetime, our works, how we follow Almighty Yahweh. Because if we doing our own thing and doing disgraceful things in front of Yahweh, those works are flame, and it's going to spark that match, and it's lighting that fire underneath of you. When in that day of judgment, you're going to be in that burning lake of fire because of your works. You didn't follow Yahweh wholeheartedly. This is both will burn together, and no one shall quench them. Speaking of quench, you remember the rich man and Lazarus. And the rich man, the role got reversed because he had his pleasure in this lifetime. But Lazarus, poor little man, didn't have nothing. But when the role got reversed, like it's going to be, Lazarus was taken care of. Like I said, we want to do what Yahweh commands in this lifetime. So in that kingdom, Yahweh will take care of us for doing his will. But the rich man, he's like, man, hey man, can you send Lazarus and dip his finger in the water to quench that burning? Nah, can't do it. And it's going to be a chasm between Lazarus and the rich man, just the same way. The people burn the lake of fire and Yahweh's kingdom. They can't go in between. You gotta stay where you at. But you chose to have your pleasure in this lifetime, and you're gonna have to deal with it in that burning lake of fire. That's why I say, hey, I don't want all this stuff in the world. They can have this stuff in the world, all the gold they have, all the cars, houses. I know Yahweh, he gonna take care of his people anyway. He gonna look out for you. He gonna give you what you need. But I'm just striving to do his will so I can gain what's in that kingdom. That's what we all should be striving for. But like I said, Yahweh is fair in everything, and that's why I want to follow him, because there is nothing evil in Almighty Yahweh. He's not going to say anything and then turn around and lie. That's Shaitan. Shaitan is the father of lies, and you can't believe anything he tells you to do. Now let's go to Psalm 78. I'm going to start at verse 32. Because Israel, like I said, we always mess up in front of Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh tells us stuff and we don't do it, even though we see his power. And in Psalm 78:32, it says, in spite of this, they still sinned and did not believe in his wondrous works. Therefore, their days he consumed in futility, and their years in fear. When he slew them, then they sought him. See what we talking about? See, when trials come your way and Yahweh come up against you to correct you, all of a sudden you want to straighten up because it don't feel so good. And it says, and they returned and sought earnestly for Yahweh. But we're not real. Because Yahweh sees straight through us. We can't fool Yahweh. We might say, okay, Yahweh, please do this, and I'll follow you. But he see right through the heart of your mind. And no, okay, they saying this with their lips. But actually they lying. It says, then they remembered that Yahweh was their rock, and the Most High their Redeemer. Nevertheless, they flattered him with their mouth, and they lied to him with their tongue. See that? And you don't think Yahweh hates that? That's what Shaitan did. Shaitan does the same thing. Flatters, lies. He'll say anything just to get you on board. Off you kingdoms of the world. And you see so many of our people, music industry, anywhere, they sell their soul just to gain what's in the world. And it's sad. But Shaitan did that in the heavens. That's why he got kicked out. And I'm going to get to that also. He got kicked out of the heaven. But he, being the deceiver he is, he got some up there on his side, promising them different things. And they believed him and went along with him. And the other Malachim that didn't follow him, they was like, if Shaitan stayed up here, it wouldn't be no angel Malachim left, because he would have persuaded all to follow him. But in the power of Almighty Yahweh, it said he was kicked out of those heavens. See, he wanted, I'm going to get to it. He wanted to elevate himself above Almighty Yahweh. He started smelling himself. He got proud. He like, oh, I got all this stuff, man. I should be greater than what I am. Yahweh made him great. And I'm going to get to that, like I said. But he got above himself and thought he should be above Almighty Yahweh, running things. And you see how that worked out. He got kicked out of their heavens. But now he's down here. And he's going to try to deceive all he can before the time is up. So he's going to amp it up now because the time is getting shorter and shorter. So like I said, Yahweh speaks first. Yahweh tells you the commands, what to do. Shaitan will come second. After what Yahweh told you and try to twist it up. Oh, Yahweh ain't mean that. Didn't he do that to Mother a while? But like I said, you gotta hear the voice of Yahweh. Listen to his voice first. And we always have done this in our lifetime, whether we've taken a test or done something, like you didn't pick what your first instinct was. And then later on, what the first instinct was, that was the right answer. It's like, man, I should have listened to what I thought it was at first. See, Yahweh should listen to what he says, because he gives the commands first. Don't go off of who tells you second, because that's Shaitan trying to deceive you. And he's going to try to take all he can down before the time is up. But it says, nevertheless, they flattered him with their mouth, and they lied to him with their tongue. For their heart was not steadfast with him, nor were they faithful in his covenant. But he, being full of compassion, that's and see, Yahweh is so merciful. Shame on us if we continue to defy Almighty Yahweh. Shame on us. Because Yahweh is so merciful. Okay, you made a mistake right here. I'm gonna bring you up and show you the right path again. Just following this and you'll be fine. And keep going right, keep going to the left. Keep defying Yahweh. But Yahweh, he says, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and did not destroy them. Yes, many a time he turned his anger away and did not stir up all his wrath. See that? Even with what you're going through when he corrects you, that's not even all of his wrath. Yahweh is not going to bring his whole wrath to his people. Not less in that judgment. You want to follow the world, you want to be with Shaitan and his people, that's when he's going to bring his full wrath. Can you imagine that? If you go through different trials now, you think it's hurt. The things that just bring you down. That ain't nothing. So you better get on Yahweh's side before you feel his full wrath. For he remembered that they were but flesh. See that? He remembered they flesh. I know the flesh is weak, so I'm going to help them out. I'm going to give them that Ruach HaKodesh. A breath that passes away and does not come again. Why do we defy Almighty Yahweh? Because but that breath that he says right there, he gives us the breath of life. And if we continue to defy him, who's to say he won't take it from you? And once he takes that breath of life from you, that's it. You can't repent anymore. You're done. So the time that you have this breath flowing within your vessels, serve Yahweh wholeheartedly and sincerely. So he will accept you with open arms and see you in that kingdom and say, well done, my good and faithful servants. That's what we want to hear. Let's go to the book of Malachi. This is Malachi chapter 3. Starting in verse 1. Behold, I send my messenger, and he will prepare the way before me. And Yahweh, whom you seek, will suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, in whom you delight. Who are you talking about, Israel? See, just like when they're saying, you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. You got to send his son, Yahshua HaMashiach. And Yahshua HaMashiach says, me and my Father are one. And Yahshua HaMashiach, he did not fail the first advent when he came to this earth. He did the Abba's will. And when he comes again, he's going to do the Abba's will also again. But see, this world right now, the nations, the men of this earth, they think Yahshua HaMashiach is just a weak little man. That the picture that they have of Jesus, how the effeminate man looks on there. They think Yahshua HaMashiach can't do anything. They think he's going to be like when he came to the earth at first, when they put him to death. No, when he come this time, I feel sorry for all that not on his side. But like I said, the world, they want war. That's what they're gonna get. Next, verse 2 said it all. It says, but who can endure the day of his coming? And who can stand when he appears? See? And that's why Shaitan wants you not to know his name. That's why Shaitan wants people just say, oh, there's no Messiah. See that? Yahshua HaMashiach is the doorway to salvation. The only way to get in is through him. And what best for Shaitan to do is to get in people's minds and show them, nah, he's not real. It's not his name. It's Jesus. It's this image right here. No. So, but Yahshua HaMashiach, when he comes to this earth, imagine the faces of the people when they see who he truly is. See, they just made this image of him that is not right at all. But when the world sees how he truly is, they're going to be in shock. For he is like a refiner's fire and like a launderer's soap. He will sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver. And he will purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer to Yahweh an offering in righteousness. See that we all had to be purged of all the iniquity, all the wickedness, evil that are within us. Just like that gold that's in the fire. It purges away all dirt, all impurities, everything, so it can be pure. And that's what his people had to be in order to stand before him. We can't stand before Almighty Yahweh in wickedness and evil. We're not going to survive. But when we are in front of him pure and the way we should have been at the very beginning, that's how we're going to see Yahweh how he is. But it says, they may offer to Yahweh an offering in righteousness. See, we can't offer anything in this lifetime to Almighty Yahweh and think, oh yeah, he accepted it. I'm going to give my tithes, but I'm going to still do wicked and evil against my brother. I'm going to do this and give it up to Almighty Yahweh, and he going to forgive me. No, it don't work like that. Because Yahweh, you might think you give me your thousands, your millions, or whatever amount of money you have, and you think you buying Yahweh. No, Yahweh is not going to accept that. Yahweh has all the things in the earth. He wants you to be obedient. That's what he wants to accept from you. When you are obedient, when you accept your brother, your sister, everyone that you're supposed to do, love thy neighbor as thyself, then that's when Yahweh will accept your offering. It says, then the offerings of Yehuda and Jerusalem will be pleasant to Almighty Yahweh, as in the days of old, as in the former years. See that? So if you have even a problem with your brother, go to him and reconcile. This arguing back and forth, fighting back and forth. And we got the enemy out there fighting against you, but you steadily fighting your brother. It doesn't make any sense at all. But once you love one another, and like I said, we're supposed to have one like mind and follow Yahweh, then everything that we do in front of the Almighty Yahweh will be acceptable. Our praise, our worship, everything that we do will be acceptable unto Yahweh. See that? Even the praise, if you got an evil spirit, it's just a bunch of noise to Almighty Yahweh. He don't want to hear it. When you are sincere and wholehearted and give him that praise, it's just like sweet incense that enters in Yahweh's nostril. He's just very pleased with that. So we have to watch everything that we do before Almighty Yahweh. We don't want to make a mistake. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 45. See what he says to messenger Baruch. This is the word that Jeremiah the prophet spoke to Baruch, the son of Neriah, when he had written these words in the book at the instruction of Jeremiah. In the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Yehuda, saying, thus says Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, to you, O Baruch. You said, woe is me now, for Yahweh has added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sighing, and I found no rest. And we all been different situations, like I said, different trials in this lifetime. We just think, man, this is terrible, man. And you think in the back of your mind, man, ain't nobody going through it like me. Like, Elijah, he was running for his life, and man, he thought, man, this is terrible. They coming after me, and you, like it said, you're not the only one going through trials and tribulations in this lifetime. It's even somebody else that are going through far more than what you going through. But yeah, I can attest to it. And sometimes things might come down on you hard. You're like, man, what is going on? This is terrible, man. It weakens you, brings you down, but you gotta get yourself back up and cry out to Almighty Yahweh, because he right there. He want to take care of you. He trying to see if you're gonna fold up and just forget about him, or you gonna stand tall and just know that he is there. And whenever you need him, he will be there for you. But it says, thus you shall say to him, thus says Yahweh, behold, what I have built I will break down, and what I have planted I will pluck up. That is this whole land. Yahweh ain't going to be playing in this land, in this earth. See, in order for his kingdom to come to this earth, he has to get rid of all wickedness, all evil. He got to let it just get rid of all of it. He can't put his kingdom down on wickedness and evil. Nah, he got to get rid of it. And it says, and do you seek great things for yourself? Do not seek them, for behold, I will bring adversity on all flesh, says Yahweh. See that? When things come around your way, especially in these last days, it's not just you. It's people all over the world that's serving Yahweh. They're going through different things. Shaitan is trying to attack them, trying to get them to go away from Almighty Yahweh. Not just you, Israel. So just know, you're not the only one. I know sometimes it may seem long. You might seem lonely and the only one. But guess what? You have brothers, sisters all over this world going through similar things you're going through. But I will give your life to you as a prize in all places, wherever you go. And in another translation, it says, I will let you escape with your life. See, times are going to get so rough in this earth. You ain't going to be worried about the things of the world. Oh, I just bought a flat screen. Man, I bought this new car. Things are going to get so chaotic in this earth. It's just going to be pleasing to be able to escape with your life. And Yahweh said he will do that. He will get you away from it, whatever you're going through. It might be things going around you that's going on. There's people just dying everywhere, but Yahweh will look out for you, let you escape with your life. See that? That's why I said that your life is so precious. That right there, that's what you want. And then you want not only this life, you want eternal life, so you can be able to live forever. Let's go to the book of it's the book of Matthew chapter 6. Because he says something to us to not worry about things of the world, because he's going to take care of you anyway, just like he did for Israel in the wilderness, right? Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. He says, therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not your life more than food, and the body more than clothing? See that? Yahweh is going to take care of you. Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Which of you, by worrying, can add 1 cubit to his stature? Yahweh said, don't worry. He got you. Anything you go through, he's going to take care of you. Don't worry about, okay, I don't know. You know how people are in this world. They worry about how they look, how they dress, how their hair look, what kind of food they eat. Don't worry about that. All we need to worry about is pleasing Almighty Yahweh. That's what we need to do. That's all Yahweh cares about. Let's go to Psalms. Psalm 68. Psalms 68, I'm going to start at verse 20. Like it says, Yahweh let you escape with your life. So much things going to go on. Like it says, the day of Yahweh is dark and it'll be a bear following you. You get away from that bear, lion you get away from, you get in that house and there'll be a serpent. It'll be just that chaotic. But when you follow Yahweh and Yahweh sees you as pleasant in his eyes, he can let you escape for you with your life. But it says Psalm 68:20. Our Abba is a Abba of salvation, and to Yahweh belongs escape from death. See that? You may think, oh man, like Elijah running for his life, thinking, oh man, what's going on? What am I going to do? Where am I hide? They're coming for me. Yahweh has you. Yahweh sees all that are going on around you. Yahweh can hide you like he did King David in that cave from Saul or Shaul. But it says, but Yahweh will wound the heads of his enemies, the hairy scalp of the one who still goes on in his trespasses. See that? But the ones that continue to deliberately sin over and over again, don't care nothing about Yahweh. Yahweh said he's going to wound their head. He's not looking out for them. He's looking out for you, Israel. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. Now we're going to get into all the nations. The world was coming at them and how they're not going to be able to stop it. So once Yahweh judgment comes to this earth, that's it. You ain't going to be able to quell it. You ain't going to be able to go to Yahweh and say stop. Once it starts, that's it. But Jeremiah 50:22 says a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How the hammer of the whole earth has been cut apart and broken. How Babylon has become a desolation among the nations. See, nation has to go down. And it ain't like this. See, the nations think, oh man, I'm just being ruled forever and ever. No, it's coming to an end sooner than you think. I have laid a snare for you. You have indeed been trapped, O Babylon, and you were not aware. You have been found and also caught because you have contended against Yahweh. See that? Element of surprise. See, you got all this weaponry, you got all the telescopes looking into the heavens, you got all these things in space waiting, satellites. You're not going to see Yahweh coming. Yahweh is the element of surprise. He's going to come up on you and you're not going to be aware at all. And by then, it's too late. You ain't going to be able to do nothing but run, flee. But it ain't going to be nowhere to run. There ain't going to be nowhere to hide. Yahweh has opened his armory and has brought out the weapons of his indignation. See that? You think you got something better than Yahweh. Yahweh got one up on you. You think you got nuclear weapons. Okay, whatever. you shooting the nuclear weapons just like the Tower of Babel. They shooting arrows up in the heavens thinking they're going to get Yahweh. Let them arrows come right back down on you and to wound you. See that? Whatever you dish out, it's going to come right back on your head. Now it says, for this is the work of Yahweh in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the farthest border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps of ruins, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. See that? Yahweh says, get rid of them. Don't even leave nothing. That's why when Yahweh told Israel to get rid of specific nations, Amalek, get rid of them. Don't leave nothing. He meant that. But you know how King Shaul, he wanted to save the livestock. And then, worst of all, he wanted to bring back the king, Agag. No, when Yahweh says destroy utterly, he means everything. Slay all her bulls. Let them go down to slaughter. Woe to them, for their day has come, the time of their punishment. I'm waiting for that because it's been long overdue, but with Yahweh is right on time. The voice of those who flee and escape from the land of Babylon declares in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh Abba, the vengeance of his temple. You don't think his people are going to be glad that the enemies, the adversaries are finally getting what they do, their due reward? Call together the archers against Babylon, all you who bend the bow, and camp against it all around. Let none of them escape. See that? You're going to be surrounded. You see, Trump, he wants to build a wall around the country. It's going to be a wall around the wicked. He's going to encamp around everybody so they ain't going to be able to flee nowhere. It says, repay her according to her work, according to all she has done. Do to her. See that? Everything that you have done, give it right back to her. Don't let no one get away, for she has been proud against Yahweh, against the Kodesh one of Israel. Therefore her young men shall fall in the streets, and all her men of war should be cut off in that day, says Yahweh. Oh, see, that's why you don't want to join in their militaries and the Marines, Army, Navy, all of them. You don't want, no, you want to be in Salvation Army. You want to be in the army of Almighty Yahweh, because he's going to take down their armies. Behold, I am against you, O most haughty one, says Yahweh. For your day has come, the time that I will punish you. The most proud shall stumble and fall, and no one will raise him up. I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it will devour all around. You really want to be with the nations when the kingdom start to fall, Israel? No, when he say come out, he mean come out, because it's going to be great disaster that's going to happen in the land. Thus says Yahweh, the children of Israel were oppressed, along with the children of Yehudah. All who took them captive have held them fast. They have refused to let them go. Don't they do that, Israel? Same thing they did back in Egypt. Pharaoh didn't want to let them go. Nah, you stay. You do the work. You help us out. Same thing. That's why I keep telling you, Yahweh paints an image for us to show us how it's going to be. We had to continue to look at those days of old and see what had happened to them, so we'll know if we do the same thing, we will perish just like they did. But if we look at those examples and correct ourselves and follow Yahweh, we will be fine. But he says they have refused to let them go. But I like this right here, verse 34. It says, their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of Zebulun is his name. He will thoroughly plead their case, that he may give rest to the land. See that? That's what we waiting for. That rest, that peace, shalom in the land. Get rid of all that don't want it. See, that's what we want. We want to do that right now. We want to just be over here and just relax and be in peace. But like I said, Shaitan, he don't want you to have peace. So he's going to keep coming at you, coming at you, and coming at you. But there's going to be a day where even Shaitan is not going to be there anymore. And we should be glad of that. He says he will thoroughly plead their case, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. That's what we waiting for, Israel. That right there is beautiful, because Yahweh lays out a lot right there, just in that, to show you, okay, they're not going to get away. You know, they had weaponry, but Yahweh has all power. They're not going to get away at all. But after they are done and away with, it's going to be peace in the land. Let's go to book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 9. See how this psalm is prayed is so beautiful, because it shows you, okay, yeah, you have your enemies coming up against you, but cry out to Yahweh and ask him to give them their due reward, and to give them all the things that they have done to his people. But Psalms 9:13 says, have hased or mercy on me, O Yahweh. Consider my trouble from those who hate me. You who lift me up from the gates of death, that I may tell of all your praise in the gates of the daughters of Zion. I will rejoice in your salvation. You don't think we be rejoicing when all this is said and done? There's going to be some rejoicing now. You ain't heard rejoicing until you are completely free of wickedness and evil. You are completely in shalom forever and ever. That's going to be rejoicing. That's why he said, I'm going to wipe away the tears from your eyes, because this is going to be an occasion where I finally made it. I did the will of Yahweh. It says, I will rejoice in your salvation. The nations have sunk down in the pit which they made, and the net which they hid. Their own foot is caught. Yahweh is known by the judgment he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. And Yahweh, he does make known his judgments. Didn't all the nations around seen what he did to Pharaoh and his people. He made it a name for himself, didn't he? So when Yahweh acts, the whole world will take note. The wicked should be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectations of the poor shall not perish forever. See that? You're not alone, Israel. Yahweh sees what's going on. This ain't going to last forever. Yahweh is going to save his people. Arise, O Yahweh. Do not let man prevail. Let the nations be judged in your sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh. See, they always want to put you in fear, Israel. They always want you to just come to them because the police brutality, all the things that they do to you in the earth, put fear in you and think you can't do nothing to them. But he says, put them in fear, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Yeah. That right there, that's a serious prayer right there. Let them know that they're not going to succeed in anything they do on this earth. Because Yahweh is in control of everything that goes on. And everything that you do is not going to get past Yahweh. It's going to come right back on you. That's why I like Almighty Yahweh, because he's going to give you what you want. Hallelujah. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 28. Talk about how these kings are, how the people of the earth, how they perceive themselves in this earth. They think nothing can touch them. They think they just better than everybody. They proud. And they mimic their father. They mimic Shaitan because Shaitan did the same thing in the heavens. He elevated himself and thought he should be the great one. Everybody should serve him. And then he even says it's going to be a day where he's going to be elevate himself to make everybody think he is Yahweh and want everybody to serve him, be in Yahweh's seat. See, that's why we got to be in tune with Almighty Yahweh so we don't be deceived by Shaitan. But Ezekiel 28 says, because your heart is lifted up and you say, I am a God, I'm going to use that as God right there. I'm not, Yahweh is not a God, but God just saying, I am one, saying, okay, says all the gods of the nations are idols. So you saying that, you basically saying you are an idol. I sit in the seat of gods in the midst of the seas, and you are a man and not a God, though you set your heart as the heart of a God. Behold, are you wiser than Daniel? There is no secret that can be hidden from you. With your wisdom and your understanding, you have gained riches for yourself and gathered gold and silver into your treasury. See that? They lay up all these things for themselves and keep it for themselves, like they can keep it until they die. Like they're going to take it with them when they die. When they die, somebody else going to get the wealth. And what's beautiful about it, all they doing is holding your stuff, Israel. All these things that they hold, Yahweh is going to give it to his nation for standing up for him, doing what he commands. See that? We shouldn't want the things of the earth right now. Yahweh is going to have it for us in that kingdom. This says, by your great wisdom and trade, you have increased your riches, and your heart is lifted up because of your riches. See that? The rich man and Lazarus, he lifted up. He thought he was the man, had everything. He ain't want to help little Lazarus. You ain't want to help the poor people like now in this lifetime. You just want to hold all this stuff and gloat and just say, look at me, I got all this wealth. Well, the tides are going to turn pretty soon. Therefore, thus says Yahweh, because you have set your heart as the heart of a God, behold, therefore I will bring strangers against you, the most terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of your wisdom and defile your splendor. They shall throw you down into the pit, and you shall die the death of the slain in the midst of the seas. Will you still say before him who slays you, I am a God? See, will you still lift yourself up after all the judgment come to you? See, it's all good now when you think everything is all well, got all the wealth, nothing going to happen to me, no judgment coming. But in the day of Yahweh, let's see who's going to be proud in that day. See, like I said, Yahweh letting it go right now. But soon, Yahweh is going to turn the tide and they are going to suffer what they deserve. It says, but you should be a man and not a God in the hand of him who slays you. You shall die the death of the uncircumcised by the hands of strangers, for I have spoken, says Yahweh. See that? You lift yourselves up. Think your kingdoms are not going to fall. You think you can do anything you want to the people and it's just going to go on forever and ever. Yahweh says it's not. And he's going to put a stop to that pretty soon. And like I said, we should all be waiting for that and not wanting to be with the nations. Like I said, yeah, the nations don't have nothing compared to what Yahweh has for us. We can't be like Israel in the wilderness. Oh, man, I want to go back to Egypt. They will take care of us, the melons and the leeks. Can't be like that. Yahweh is going to take care of you. He's going to give you whatever you need. Now let's go into this because now it starts talking about Shaitan. Let's go to verse 12. It says, you were still of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Edom, the garden of Yahweh. Every precious stone was your covering. the sardius, topaz, chrysolite, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald with gold. The workmanship of your timbrels and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. See, Yahweh hooked them up. They all of that made him well known. I mean, he was already great as he was. But later it'll tell you what happened. It says, you were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the Kodesh mountain of Yahweh. You walked back and forth in the midst of fiery stones. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till what? Iniquity was found in you. See that? When that entered in, Yahweh said, nah, you can't be up here with that. No. And you see what happened. He got kicked out of that garden. It says, by the abundance of your trading, you became filled with violence within, and you sinned. Therefore, I cast you as a profane thing out of the mountains of Yahweh, and I destroyed you, O covering cherub, from the midst of fiery stones. And your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I laid you before kings, that they might gaze at you. See that? And you see people this day, they think they look good. They think they all of that. And in the inside, they just so wicked and evil. See, that's what Yahweh looks at. Yahweh looks at the inside person. How are we on the inside? He don't care about what's on the outside. You know, like you said, he don't care about man's legs or what they have. He made you. So whatever you are on the inside, that's what Yahweh cares about. It says, you defiled your sanctuaries by the multitude of your iniquities, by the iniquities of your trading. Therefore, I brought fire from your midst. It devoured you, and I turned you to ashes upon the earth. In the sight of all who saw you, all who knew you among the people are astonished at you. You have become a whore, and shall be no more forever. They talk about how the people say this is the man that caused all the destruction in this earth. This, see, right now, Shaitan got everybody afraid, everybody fearing, all chaos going on in this earth. But in that day when Yahweh finally brings them down and brings them in front of the people will be like, really? He caused all of this? Him? See? But like I said, but it like it says, all you had to do is resist the devil and he will flee. Yeah, the devil can't enter in if you don't allow him. So resist him. He gonna get angry. Yeah, he gonna continue to come back, but Yahweh is with you. He gives you power to resist. Let's go to Ezekiel 34. Ezekiel 34, verse 25. He says, I will make a covenant of peace with them and cause the wild beasts to cease from the land, and they will dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods. I will make them and the places all around my hill a blessing, and I will cause showers to come down in their season. There shall be showers of blessing. See that? Then we read that in Leviticus. And it says, then the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase. And they shall be safe in their land, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have broken the bands of their yoke and delivered them from the hand of those who enslaved them. See that? He's going to deliver you, Israel. This ain't going on forever. And they shall no longer be a prey for the nations, nor shall beasts of the land devour them. But they shall dwell safely, and no one shall make them afraid. You ready for that, Israel? It says, I will raise up for them a garden of renown, and they shall no longer be consumed with hunger in the land, nor bear the shame of the Gentiles any more. Thus they shall know that I, Yahweh the Elohim, am with them, and they, the house of Israel, are my people, says Yahweh. You are my flock, the flock of my pasture. You are men, and I am your Elohim, says Yahweh. See that, Israel? Yahweh gonna take care of you. He gonna save you from the Gentiles, the nations that come up against you. All we had to do is trust in him and believe that Yahweh is coming through his son, Yahshua HaMashiach. Let's go to Isaiah 48. Isaiah 48:17 says, Thus says Yahweh, your Redeemer, the Kodesh one of Israel. I am Yahweh, your Elohim, who teaches you to profit, who leads you by the way you should go. See, Yahweh leads you. All you have to do is let him lead you and follow. You can't go in front of Almighty Yahweh and think you're gonna do it yourself. We have to follow Almighty Yahweh. Let him guide you. Oh, that you had heeded my commandments. Then your peace would have been like a river, and your righteousness like the waves of the sea. See that? If you had followed, if you had did what he said, he would have given you shalom. You wondering why you got all this chaos going on in your life. Home life is not good. You go in the world, things in the world just troubling you. It's just all around. It's just every day you just down. He said, if you just listen, if you do what he says, he will give you shalom, and it has been like a river. Your descendants also would have been like the sand, and the offspring of your body like the grains of sand. His name would not have been cut off, nor destroyed from before me. See that? We don't want our names to be cut off or blotted out, like it says. See, your name can be written in there, but if we continue to go against Yahweh, Yahweh can take take an eraser and erase a pencil and just erase it, and it's no more. It's like living in this lifetime, you just wasted time. So we gotta take advantage of the time that Yahweh has given us in this earth. So Yahweh will have our names in that book of life. It says, Go forth, Babylon, free the Chaldees, with a voice of singing, proclaim this, utter it to the ends of the earth. Say, Yahweh has redeemed his servant Jacob, and they did not thirst when he led them through the wilderness. He caused the waters to flow from the rock for them. He also split the rock, and the waters gushed out. Only Yahweh can do that. You may think, oh, this is just a rock. Ain't no water coming out of no rock. Yahweh can do as he pleases. Like you said, he has all power. He can do all things. So trust in him. But I like verse 22 says, there is no shalom, says Yahweh, for the wicked. See that? They don't have any peace in them. All they want to do is cause chaos. All they want to do is cause disruptions in this earth. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 11. As we talked about before, how he says he will take away the ferocious nature of the beast. Talks about it in Isaiah 11. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the young goat, the calf and the young lion, and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them. You know that ain't going to happen today. Put a leopard with a goat and see what happened now. But in that day, he's going to take away that ferocious nature. The cow and the bear shall graze. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. The nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the viper's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my Kodesh mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh as the waters cover the sea. Ain't that beautiful? The whole earth will be filled with the knowledge of Yahweh. No disruption at all from Shaitan or anything. Everybody is going to come to know Almighty Yahweh. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. That I got to pause on that. You know they ain't happening in this lifetime. Majority of people don't even care about Almighty Yahweh. But just imagine the day when the whole earth is going to come to Almighty Yahweh to serve Him. That's beautiful. Let's get into it. More stuff that you are waiting for, Israel, to be in that kingdom. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "It shall come to pass in the day Yahweh gives you rest from your sorrow and from your fear and the hard bondage in which you were made to serve, that you will take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. How the oppressor has seized. The golden city seized. Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers. He who struck the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and no one hinders. The whole earth is at rest and quiet." See that the earth is gonna be singing. The whole earth, that's what they waiting for. Like I said, the whole earth is waiting for this thing to be restored back to what it was. They break forth into singing. Indeed, the cypress trees rejoice over you, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, "Since you were cut down, no woodsman has come up against us." See that even the trees, like, thank you. You know how man is. Want to destroy everything. Want to build the Walmarts. Want to build all these industries. Just chop down all the trees. Don't care about nothing in the earth. Trees gonna be like, thank you. We get to live now. That's serious. But what's even more serious is how the trees are gonna be used for something in the kingdom. Let's go to Revelations 22, because this world right now, they don't want you to know about the natural things to take to heal you, or if you do find out about something that's natural to take, they hike up the price so you barely can buy it. But Yahweh has the things of the earth that are healing to the people, and then you try to tell people sometimes, yeah, take this, take that, it's natural. They don't want to do it. They rather take the pills, what the doctor suggests them to take. And I'm like, okay, but this natural stuff does the same thing, but even better, without the side effects. Because the doctors, they give you all this medication, but then give you 20 different side effects. I'm like, you trying to cure one thing, but then you getting 20 more things. What's the point? All we had to do is follow the dietary law. Do what Yahweh commands to eat, and we should be fine. But Revelations 22, I wanted to point out. Verse 1 says, "And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding from the throne of Yahweh." Ain't gonna be no pollution in that day. There ain't gonna be no filthy waters in that day. Everything is gonna be pure and just beautiful. It says, "From the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb, in the middle of its streets, And on either side of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits. See that? 12 tribes of Israel. Each tree yielding its fruit every month. Look at it. And the leaves of the trees were for the what? Healing of the nations. Wow. Yeah, so you mean to say Yahweh ain't come up with some pills, any syrup or anything for the nations to be healed by? He actually took something from the earth. See that's how it's supposed to be at the very beginning. See, Yahweh makes these things on earth and they're beneficial to us. But man, with their mindset, they don't care about man. They'll give you stuff and they want to kill. They want to destroy. And you thinking you taking something just because they want you to be healed. No, you gotta look at Yahweh and know that what Yahweh has, he can heal you. Go to Yahweh. He will do the healing, not man. I mean, I ain't gonna take away from some that are doctors in the world, nurses that are doing what they should do to try to heal people, to do, and then when you do come in contact with someone, you might have to have surgery, crowd the Yahweh to bless their hands, to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. Have a pure mind, not no wicked mind while they in surgery, but just crowd the Yahweh and ask him to guide the hands that are on you. But it says the trees were of healing of the nations. I wanted to point that out because see that the man, they don't care about no trees in this lifetime. He cut them all down. We rather have our Walmarts, Targets, wherever. Don't care about no trees. And that's why even the air is so poor now. Because you're taking away all the trees. And there's no oxygen, no CO2, whatever that needs to be in the air to cleanse it. Just like the water. Take away all the crabs, all like this filth that we like to eat, which shouldn't be eaten, but what is there for a purpose to cleanse the water, but we want to steadily eat it, and we wonder why we have high blood pressure and all this other stuff because we steadily eating the filth that's in the water. It's supposed to clean. But let me go to my closing scripture. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 39. I want to show you how after Yahweh takes down Gog and Magog, what will take place in this earth of basically cleansing the land. Ezekiel 39, I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, Then those who dwell in the cities of Israel will go out and set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, the javelins and spears, and they will make fires with them for 7 years. 7 years we'll be burning all this stuff. Now that show you how much weaponry and stuff this man has in this earth to be burning for 7 years. That's serious. They will not take wood from the field nor cut down any from the forest, because they will make fires with the weapons, and they will spoil those who spoil them and pillage those who pillage them, says Yahweh. And it will come to pass in that day that I will give Gog a burial place there in Israel, the valley of those who pass by the east of the river. And it will obstruct travelers, because there they will bury Gog in all his multitude. Therefore they will call it the valley of Haman Gog. For 7 months the house of Israel will be burying them. 7 months. That now see, that show you how he says slain will be from one earth to the other. That show you how many slain will be in the earth. Indeed, all the people of the land will be buried, and they will gain renown for it on the day that I am glorified, says Yahweh. They will set apart men regularly employed with the help of a search party to pass through the land and bury those bodies remaining on the ground in order to cleanse it. At the end of the 7 months, they will make a search. The search party will pass through the land, and when anyone sees a man's bone, he shall set up a marker by it till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon-Gog. The name of the city will also be Hamanah. Thus they shall cleanse the land. See that, Israel? And then it says, and for you, son of man, thus says Yahweh, speak to every sort of fowl in the air, to every beast of the field. So it's going to be a feast for the animals. Assemble yourselves and come, gather together from all sides to my sacrificial meal, which I am sacrificing for you, a great sacrificial meal on the mountains of Yahweh or Israel, that you may eat flesh and drink blood. You shall eat the flesh of the mighty, drink the blood of princes of the earth, of rams and lambs, of goats and bulls, all of them fatlings of Bashan. You shall eat fat till you are full, and drink blood till you are drunk at my sacrificial meal, which I am sacrificing for you. And you shall be filled at my table with horses and riders, with mighty men, and with all the men of war, says Yahweh. See that Yahweh ain't even playing. Yahweh even send the beasts to come and just devour you, just eat you up. See, Yahweh is not playing. But we, like I said, us as Israel, we keep playing around with Yahweh. But all the things he laying out, do you really want to get on his bad side? Let's go. Go into it some more. It says, I will set my glory among the nations. All the nations shall see my judgment which I have executed, and my hand which I have laid on them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh the Elohim from that day forward. The Gentiles shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they were unfaithful to me. Therefore I hid my face from them. I gave them into the hands of their enemies, and they all fell by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions, I dealt with them and hidden my face from them. Therefore, thus says Yahweh, now I will bring back the captives of your code, and have hased or mercy on the whole house of Israel, and I will be jealous for my Kodesh name, after they have borne their shame, and they in all their unfaithfulness, in which they were unfaithful to me, when they dwell safely in their own land, and no one made them afraid. And when I have brought them back from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, I am hallowed in them in the sight of many nations. Then they shall know that I am Yahweh the Elohim, who sent them into captivity among the nations, but also brought them back to their land, and left none of them captive any longer. See, that's why we're going through this right now, because of our transgression. But there's going to be a day where Yahweh brings us out of this and puts us into our own land. And I will not hide my face from them anymore, for I shall have poured out my Ruach on the house of Israel, says Yahweh. Israel, if that don't put it in your mind to want to dwell in the land of Yahweh and his kingdom in peace, I don't know what else will. Yahweh has laid it out and showed you how it's going to take place in this earth and how it will be in his kingdom. Yahweh's going to cleanse this land. He's going to get rid of all wickedness and evil for you. He's doing this for you, Israel. And we had to know this. We had to see this, that Yahweh harbors us that much so that he going to give us a land so great that we ain't going to want for anything. Yahweh is going to take care of you all the days of your life. So Israel, continue to focus on the heavenly things that are waiting for us and not focus on the world, what we can get now. Because if you read into the rich man and Lazarus, it show you if you want this world now, you ain't going to have what's to come with Yahweh. You basically forfeiting what Yahweh has. But if you are humbled and you set your mind on Yahweh right now, and you know Yahweh is going to take care of you and give you what you need anyway, and do this to the end of your days, guess what? You can be able to walk in that kingdom and dwell in peace and shalom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That concludes this message this evening. I ask that we all stand as we go into prayer. Abba Yahweh, we told you for thinking of us and making your kingdom, thinking of us as being your people and setting us, exalting us in that kingdom to come, to be able to teach all nations. Abba Yahweh, in this lifetime, have us to be focused to learn of your word, to prepare our souls and be ready for you in days to come, and be ready for when you come to redeem us. And Abba Yahweh, have our conduct to be so right that we be able to walk into your kingdom. You will happen to have us in open arms and to be able to dwell in the land forever and ever in peace. And have you to say to us, well done, my tough and faithful servant. In Yahshua HaMashiach's name we pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.